Art is too important not to share. Welcome to the Allie and Callie Artcast.
Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Callie. Welcome to the Artcast.
Yes, welcome on this lovely summer day.
It is middle of July.
Yes. And how are you?
I'm good. I'm older.
You're yes. So am I.
Well,
Just
it was my
a little
birthday
bit.
just a little bit ago.
That's right.
And
Happy birthday.
It's that year I was born, and I'm that old.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I do.
I don't know what that means.
It doesn't.
63.
Perfect.
Can you believe that?
No.
I know that. It's an odd
And you'll
number.
be 64 and 64 and 65 and 65? No. It's 63.
No, it doesn't work that way.
No, okay.
I was only born in 1963.
Got it.
So I will never...
Right. It's...
Do you get it? Yeah.
Now I do.
You got it? Okay,
yeah,
good.
okay.
But I'm sure I had a great time.
You know, before I went gray, I was blonde.
You know what? It shows.
I'd
my
be
goodness.
embarrassed about it, but I'm blonde.
It's
so
okay. I was blonde at one time, true.
You were?
I was.
Wow,
I
you're
know.
not anymore.
No, not at all. I don't
No?
know what happened. It just changed.
Yeah.
But I was a dirty blonde, always.
Always?
And that's all I'm going to say on that. Anyway, how's everything going?
Good.
Summer's great.
Summer's great.
Yes.
Yeah, my mom just left this morning.
Uh-huh.
And we had a really nice time. We went
Good.
down to the concert in the park. And
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Was it Rhythm Dogs?
It was.
I missed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Good.
I took her to La Condesa for
Had
a
some
cocktail.
Nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
Excellent. Good job.
We went there because she was tired of walking and she needed to sit.
Yeah.
So we sat at a place to have a drink.
Well, that's a good thing to do.
It's a good thing to do on a hot summer day.
On a hot summer day.
Yes. You know what else is good to do on a hot summer day?
I think I know.
You do?
You come to
Stylus. And you have a glass of this
rosé.
lovely rosé.
Yes.
Yes. And we are here making pour decisions.
Yes.
With Krista French.
Yes.
And Fiona Mack, who is the owner of SMAK Wines out of Walla Walla. And she does very specific wines. Welcome, Fiona.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thank you for bringing these lovely wines. Tell us a little bit about your wines and how you got started, and particularly why you just focus on rosés.
I got my start from being a sommelier in New York City. I was working in a steakhouse that the owners really wanted all the managers to have sommelier training. And after a while, I realized that they aren't going to promote me because I'm a double minority Asian women as well.
Right.
Working in a steakhouse. And I really loved wine, and I loved the story behind it and people more than, what we see, in a restaurant floor is that you only see the tip of the iceberg, which is the packaged product. And I'm really interested in learning more about production, and so I moved to Walla Walla and I attended the Walla Walla Community College back in 2013. And so I had sold a lot of Walla Walla wines before but never been, and so I just decided to move there with my friend Mariam. And so the two of us were both New Yorkers moving to Walla Walla.
That's a big jump.
That's a big jump.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but the community is incredible. It's so holistic in a way where it kind of reminds you of your childhood, or at least my childhood, where I lived in a gated community where people know you. You're, playing on the street and they'll like, oh, you're so-and-so's kid on that street, that kind of thing. And for me, because my parents live in Hong Kong and my sister lives in Paris and I live here, and so I don't really have any kind of belonging or a community behind me, because your family is just so spread out.
Right.
And so I think that was what I was looking for, and Walla Walla was the first place that gave me that. And so I stayed and I made wine for a lot of different wineries. I worked for a custom crush winery that handles winemaking for between 14 to 16 clients every year. And that is a great crash course for me for just learning different styles of winemaking on top of what I learned in school. But this is obviously real life. And also a lot of the Washington vineyards as well. We did somewhere between 700 to 800 tons per year. And so it is a very fast pace, but also it's a great vantage point from where I was working in the lab and heading the lab so that I can see how every winemaker treats their wine. And then, by the time we bottle and we taste them and how they all taste very different. And I think that's partially the magic of wine. And so I did that for a few years. And then, I think I'm always wanting to kind of figure out what the next step is for me. And so I have thought about starting a winery for the longest time, but I just didn't want to be a winery that makes everything like red, white, rosé, just because Walla Walla has a lot of really high quality wineries out there already. And in order to stand out, you have to maybe have your own estate, and that takes a lot of resources. And even so, when I was working in the custom crush and I got to kind of look at how the winemaker's job is like from the production side and how the vintage is always straddled. And I thought, if this is going to be a one-person business, it's going to split my focus. And so in 2017, I was visiting my family and we're all having a reunion in Paris. And my sister and I have been very close, but she is a kind of a marketing executive for a French company at that time. I think she might have been working for Gucci Group at that time.
Oh.
And so she and I were on a train going to Champagne. We're visiting Heinz. And,
fun.
And I talked to her about, starting a winery. It's very in the concept phase. And she just turned to me and she said, well, when was the last time you had fun with wine? And that's a really great question. And then I reminded her that, I think the most amount of fun and the most memorable was it was her 30th birthday and we were in Nice. She and her boyfriend at that time, now husband for over 10 years, has a second home there. And all we did was drink rosé on the beach and had fun and, have lunch, drink rosé, have dinner, drink rosé. And, and a lot of seafood. And so I thought, well, that was the most fun. And then she said, well, do that.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, yeah. So for the rest of the trip was a little bit of deep searching in my brain and thinking about that. And so I thought, it would be great to join the French mentality that's behind rosé, which it's actually very simple. Is as long as there is sunshine, if there's rosé, you open rosé. And
I like that philosophy.
And it really doesn't matter what kind of season. They don't have a rosé season. I mean, honestly, the display in the Alps for rosé is bigger than the display in the summertime on the beach for rosé. And you can then figure out the French really do just drink rosé anytime.
Anytime.
And at that time, I didn't really agree with the American marketing of a rosé season. You're essentially distilling an entire category of wine into just one season.
Right.
It's almost the same as a chef coming out and just telling you, oh, you only eat beef in the fall. It is a little bit narrow-minded, I think. I understand that this is one type of marketing that happens in America that deduces a product to a singular purpose.
Right.
Like chocolate for Valentine's Day, for example.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to bridge the gap between the French mentality and also bring in something that is easy to understand. I can go out and make a bunch of different rosé and just call it a winery, but I want to have an intention behind what I do, a purpose as to why this winery exists. seasons. So I decided to just make 4 seasons of rosé, 4 of them. And with each one, I would choose different winemaking technique and varietal to have each wine kind of capture the essence of the season. So you have the option to drink season all year round, but because your taste and your preferences changes throughout the entire year, it also wouldn't make sense for you to stick to the same bottle of rosé. So I'm just trying to kind of expand people's palates and also option, and also the education of rosé as well, because a lot of people think that rosé is just the one wine, or this wine is called rosé instead of a category, if you will.
Yes.
And this is probably the last category that we can explore. And so, in the 70s, people will walk into a restaurant and say, oh, I'll have a glass of white wine, whatever it is. But then now people are sophisticated enough to say, oh, I'd like a glass of Chardonnay, I'd like a glass of Pinot Gris. And that takes a long time and a lot of education and a lot of curiosity from the customers themselves to eventually differentiate the difference that is between that category that it's considered white wine, and now that's what I'm trying to do for rosé as well.
I love that. So what are the categories of rosé? Is it the grape that you use? Do you say this is a Grenache rosé and this is a Sangiovese rosé? Is that how you distinguish those?
Yes, I'm using my varietals to help that, and I call the wines after I name the wines after the season.
After the seasons,
just so that
right.
It's easy to understand.
Yes.
And I think the 4 seasons is something everybody understands in the entire world, no matter where you come from.
Right.
And I grew up in Hong Kong. I don't have really a winter season, but I understand what that means.
Right.
And the thing is, having had the experience of being on the restaurant floor as a sommelier and selling wine to diners, people are often intimidated about wine already. I want my wine to be accessible in a sense where people are not going to be intimidated to pronounce the name, or the name actually means nothing to them.
Right.
And for me, I think, if I created a series of rosé and I just named them after the season, which is also how we live as well in Walla Walla, because we're so ag heavy, that people will understand, okay, if I don't know a lot about wine, I can drink the spring rosé in spring, which is her intention. But there's no hard, fast rule as to you can only drink spring in spring either. But eventually you'll understand that the spring is made out of Sangiovese, and I picked it because it has a very high natural acidity, and that the whole wine actually has the essence of spring because the acid gives you a layer of like rainwater, a lot of floralness, and when it's first bottled, it has lilacs, which is the spring flower of Walla Walla. Right. And so you would understand that. And of course, as you go through the seasons, the wine gets maybe rounder, maybe have a little bit more texture, more complex. And so eventually what I'm hoping that people will be able to do is that they will go into a restaurant that hopefully has more than one rosé on the menu, first of all.
Right.
And
yes.
And then to be able to say, you have a GSM rosé, you have a Grenache rosé, you have a Sangiovese rosé. I'd like the Sangiovese rosé because I like the spring from SMAK.
I love that.
Thank you.
And what are we drinking again?
You're having the spring.
And we're having
using
the
spring as the example.
And I will say it is delicious.
It is delicious.
And I will buy this bottle.
I would buy this bottle too.
Yes, it's very good.
I love Sangiovese anyway, and this is just light and fresh.
And the color is beautiful.
And I love the way you described it.
Yeah.
The
Asian pear, jasmine, lilac, rainwater.
The rainwater especially. And the fact that it has the hint of lilac in it, which is the spring flower of Walla Walla.
Yeah. Wonderful.
I love it too that you make rosé with intention, because a lot of people don't. A lot of wineries don't make it with intention. It's like a byproduct of
It's like
a red grape that they're just going to make some more money off of making rosé out of it. And so I love it that you are purposely growing and picking wine just for rosé.
Yeah.
And you can tell when you taste it, because I taste a lot of wine with my job. I taste a lot of rosé, and I taste a lot of really bad rosé.
Right.
I almost said a bad word. But these rosés, you can tell that they're made with intention, and they're well-made wines.
Yes.
Which is why I'm such a fan of them.
Yes, thank you.
And when did you meet Fiona?
I don't remember when we met each other. Like, I go to Walla Walla as often as I can.
4 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
Last time I saw you,
You saw me at the winery.
yeah,
the
I saw you at the winery. Yeah, because I went and did, me and JF do like he lets me come hang out for a week during harvest.
Yes, that's
And
right.
he's a part owner or the owner of
Part owner of Pepperbridge.
and
also
of
Artifacts Wine
Artifacts,
Company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will ride around the truck with him, and he just see what he does. I did do a lot of lab stuff. I got to taste all the ferments this year, which was awesome. It wasn't as much hard labor as the last time, but I got to see you. You were in there with your wines.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And then I saw you at the Walla Walla on tour thing.
Yes, that was earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Looking to bring big flavor to your next event? Scraps Barbecue has you covered. From golf tournaments and sporting events to corporate gatherings, weddings, and family celebrations, Scraps Barbecue delivers unforgettable food wherever you need it. Their commercial kitchen can be on site, or they'll bring a fully catered meal straight to you. Known for their authentic Santa Maria-style tri-tip and crowd-favorite tequila lime fish tacos, Scraps Barbecue can customize a menu for groups from 20 to 2,500. Book your next event now. Email Kevin at scrapsbbq.com or find Scraps Barbecue on Facebook. Scraps Barbecue. Real flavor, real fire, real good times.
Need shirts, hats, signs, or stickers?
If you can dream it, Pyramid Printing can print it.
For over 25 years, Pyramid Printing has been a Coeur d'Alene favorite for screen printing, embroidery, banners, and more.
Big job, small job, no problem. Just give Eric a call and let the local pros take it from there.
Email info@pyramidprintingcda.com or call 208-664-0254 or visit pyramidprintingcda.com.
Pyramid Printing, printing made easy and done right.
So how many bottles of each do you produce a year?
The total production is about, for this year, is a little bit different, and maybe we can go into why that's different later. It's about 1,200 cases. The goal, obviously, is to sell out.
Sure.
So I have the most unique winery business, from the other wineries, because like I was mentioning before, I don't make anything else except for rosé.
Right.
So my production schedule is I'll pick everything between September and October, depending on the growing year, of course. And then I bottle everything in January. And as soon as the wines are bottled, I release it. And so the release will be in February, which is very, very different from other wineries. But for me, it is a great way to organize my schedule because it's just me. And so when the wines are released, then first thing that happens is then the wine club gets shipped out and they get all the wines first. And that's one of the perks of being a wine club member.
Of course, that's why we love wine clubs.
And then the distributor is next to get their wines. And it also depends on whether their warehouse is ready for me. And so usually they get in maybe March or so. And then the selling begins. So March and April are two very big months for wine trade shows. In March, especially, we have a Walla Walla Wine Alliance, Walla Walla Wine on Tour, and that takes place in 3 to 4 different cities. We have Seattle, Portland, Boise, and Spokane as well.
And if you haven't been to the one in Spokane, for everybody out there, it's super fun.
Oh, fun.
Look,
Yeah.
I mean,
In
put it
March.
on your calendars for next year because it's
Okay.
a
So
really
So it's
cool
March
event.
or April, depending
Okay.
on what the schedule is.
We'll put it on
and
the
then
calendar.
there's also Taste Washington smack dab in the middle of March.
Yes.
And that is a 2-day weekend trade show with 200 wineries and 75 chefs.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of great wine and lots of great food. It's,
Right.
yeah.
Crazy.
But, so then between March and July would be very heavy market work that is central to my distributor, where I will do work with, where you'll just basically ride along with the sales rep and you go around his route or her route to all the restaurants or bars and wine shops, supermarkets to sell your wine. Just do a mini tasting and you just move on.
Oh, wow.
And then between that, I'll go back into these markets where my wines are already present to do events, such as the one that I'm doing tonight.
Right.
So in April is when I came to do the tasting with Krista on my new wines. So now I'm returning in July to do an event.
Right. Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And then the cycle continues, and I will have less and less wine to sell for August, and then in September the cycle will begin again.
So, first of all, the labels that you have on your wines are gorgeous. And I know that women have a tendency to choose wines based on the label. So
And you should.
brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant marketing strategy there.
Thank you.
And of course, Callie and I are all about art. So
Yes, we love it.
I just want to know a little bit about the artwork on
Yeah,
your
definitely.
labels. Where does that come from?
So the art is commissioned from a fashion illustrator from Paris. Her name is
Wow.
Margot van Heijkloem. She is Dutch, but based in Paris now. She's been involved in fashion for such a long time. Her works are featured in Vogue, in L'Officiel, all the magazines. And the idea of picking her is to pay homage to my sister who works in fashion in Paris.
In Paris, right.
And when my branding company and myself are designing the labels, that's the hardest part, definitely, because it defines your identity. And so I did a lot of research just by showing up to a lot of different wine shops, different kinds of wine shops, and just looking at their rosé wall, if they even have one. If not, I'll just look at, their wine wall. And I'll just try to look at all of the wine labels and see which one stands out to me. Say you only have 10 seconds to look at this wall. Do you remember one of them? And so with the one or two or whatever, however many that stood out to me, what stood out to me, why they stood out to me. And so I figured some of the wine labels that stood out to me is because there is an artwork on it and it's kind of watercolored based. Just because I think there's a lot of, or maybe most of the wine labels from the old world is just a bunch of words.
Yes.
And it doesn't really convey your identity in the label. And the label is most important because you're not standing next to your bottles selling them everywhere. And so for me, I wanted to pack as much information as I could on my labels. Having had the production winery experience, I understand bottling is really cumbersome. A lot of people care a lot about packaging, which they should, but I care more about streamlining my packaging. So all the bottles are the same, with the exception of the bubbly. All the capsules are the same, and all the labels are the same. And the labels is just one label, which is a wrap label.
Right.
Instead of separating the front and the back. So in a way, it's more economical to think about that, but also it brings a layer of consistency into the wines that I make. And so the artwork features a girl, and the girl helps set a sense of place for the season. Even if you didn't really understand that the winery is producing 4 seasons of rosé, you can still look at each wine label individually and understand what she's trying to tell you. It conveys the message. So take the spring label, for example. It's a rainy day. She's holding an umbrella with kind of green shoots on the top. So even if you didn't know that it's spring, it's a rainy day wine. Just open it when it's raining.
Yeah.
And I love your winter one.
Yeah.
Because she's having a party.
Right. So winter is all about the celebration.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to make a non-still. I made a bubbly rosé for it, and she is just having fun. She's dancing, and
I love it.
There's a layer of whimsy in all of the labels as well. There's a bit of movement.
So this is summer is the
Beach.
the
Beach
little
girl
beach
with the big
girl
hat.
with the big hat.
Yeah.
And then fall
And
is
autumn is,
I love this.
she's wearing long sleeve, and there's
the scarf,
leaves.
right?
Yeah,
So
that would catch my eye.
yep. So we're drinking the spring, which is the Sangiovese, but summer is a Grenache. Autumn is a Syrah, and then winter is the bubbly GSM blend. What is the blend?
The blend is 60% Syrah, 25% Grenache, and the rest is Mourvèdre.
Oh, of course, because it's GSM. I'm so smart.
You are.
And it's important for the still wines, the first three, the spring, summer, and the autumn, to be a single varietal and from a single vineyard. And so these are the highest quality wines that you can make. And the idea behind it is to have the varietal express itself, and that's how you can educate the customers on what Sangiovese tastes like and or what Grenache tastes like. And the spring and the summer are made the exact same way, with the difference being the varietal. So it's a very clear and stark contrast between the two wines. They're both done in stainless steel, and so they both have a layer of crispness, tartness, and freshness to them. The autumn Syrah rosé is barrel fermented. So, like I was mentioning, I wanted to bring the essence of the season. And so, in the autumn time, you're wearing more layers, you're eating comforting food. You just want to be wrapped around something soft, like cashmere.
Oh, I love that description.
Cashmere blanket and
This is your cashmere sweat.
Yep. Fireplace. Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the barrels help stack complexity, gives it more structure, gives it a little bit more layers. And then this wine also goes through partial malolactic fermentation, which brings a small layer of creaminess into the wine as well. So it just lingers a little longer, and it evolves the most in the bottle. So it is something that will stand up to like Thanksgiving fare or
yeah.
mac and cheese, tomato soup.
Yeah.
Right? Fried chicken.
We could have that with the bubbles.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that with the bubbles, right.
That sounds good.
What vineyards are you sourcing the Grenache and the Sangio from?
So the Sangiovese comes from Walla Walla Valley, Seven Hills Vineyard.
Okay.
And they are so iconic, I think, in growing Walla Walla Sangiovese. And I knew that this spring had to be Sangiovese, and it had to come from Walla Walla because it's just so representative of Walla Walla.
And not a lot of wine is grown in Walla Walla. Like it, what is it, like 2% or something like that?
Oh,
like
is that
very,
right?
very tiny percent.
Where does it come from mostly then?
Columbia Valley.
Columbia Valley,
right.
okay.
'Cause that's like 90% or something of all the wine
crazy.
grown in.
Wow.
But people, I mean, obviously Walla Walla is an amazing place to go. But I don't think people realize that when you get a vineyard that's a Walla Walla vineyard, that is not common because there's not a lot of it. So it's really cool when you see something from the Walla Walla Valley. I mean, the whole state of Washington grows beautiful wine, but I always get excited when I can drink something coming from the Walla Walla Valley.
from the valley.
Grenache and the Syrah comes from Grenache Vineyard.
Yes, yeah.
It always brings me back to the story of when my husband and I were wine tasting in Virginia, and we're drinking these red wines that were not great. And you get to talking to the person that is serving the wine, and they asked us where we were from, and I said, well, we're from the Spokane area and close to the Columbia Valley, so we're used to the Columbia Valley wines. And she basically started bowing to us. Like, I get it. I know you are from the premier wine district, and we are just this fledgling little place that's trying to grow wines, which I understand they're getting better, which is great.
Yeah.
And of course,
trying,
exactly. But it was just so funny that she recognized that there was another place that was known for
Wasn't Virginia
well-
like one of the first places wine was, like Missouri was the first place, but like didn't, gosh, why am I blanking on this? I shouldn't be talking.
George
right now.
Washington?
Yes, well, not Washington.
Or Thomas Jefferson.
Bringing. Well, he brought cuttings from France over to Virginia and planted his own vineyards and stuff. So there's a lot of history.
A lot of history
with
there,
wine growing over there. It's
Right.
kind of cool.
Yeah. Right.
There's a lot of really good wine coming out from Virginia now.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
growing, which is great.
I haven't had a lot of it. When we did a road trip in 19, and we were gone for 6 weeks, and we went to the east. We went all over there and stopped at wineries, but we were backpacking and didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't. Yeah,
Right.
You know, but we did go to a winery in Virginia, but I don't remember what it was called, and it was fine. It wasn't not good.
Wow. That's a winning
Sorry,
endorsement.
Virginia.
Yeah, there you go.
I've just developed my palate around Washington State and then on to
okay.
France.
It's
So like it's a
all
lot to live up to.
It is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, I feel like I have always given rosé a little bit of a snub. Not so much recently, but before, because rosé was rosé, and this is I love this because I'm learning more about it, and
It tastes delicious.
it tastes delicious.
so good.
Well, it's good to have well-made rosé.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the difference.
There are
Yeah.
a lot of really high quality rosé coming onto the market now, as well as, again, you needed the demand in order to have the supply.
Right.
Really.
Yeah. And so as people get more educated about the wines, the different wines, I think
They're ready.
they're ready.
They're ready for good rosé.
Right. So locally, how could people get your wine?
So in Coeur d'Alene, we are in Stylus, and then we're also in Winehouse, and they are being carried at Beverly's at the
okay.
Coeur d'Alene Resort.
But they could also go to your website and
Yeah.
maybe join the wine club?
They can go to
Or
the website. They can join the wine club.
Can they buy wine on the website
Yeah.
and not be a club member?
Yes.
Yes. So what's your website?
It's SMAK, that's spelled SMAK, which is my middle name initial and my last name put together. SMAKWines.com.
Perfect.
And you can always come to Stylus and drink
And
it.
you can always come to
Exactly.
Stylus and drink it.
And have some tomato bisque.
Yep.
some tomato bisque and some spring
rosé.
Because
rosé.
here we are now drinking our spring wine.
Yes.
in the
spring
summer,
rosé.
but I like to drink the spring rosé all year round, not
Yes.
just
Right.
in the spring.
Exactly.
This is delicious.
Thank you.
There's more in that bottle. You should have some.
I'm going
We
to.
will. Here, well, let's pour.
Yes,
pour
let's
some
pour.
more. Let's make poor decisions.
Let's make some poor decisions. Well,
a break.
thank you, Fiona, so much for
Thank you.
Would you like some more?
meeting with us and talking about your wines. It's always fun to be here in Stylus with Krista.
It's always great to have you guys here. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yep, we love it.
I think our goal is just to keep getting awesome Washington winemakers in here.
Absolutely.
Spreading the love.
Well,
Yeah.
Spreading the word.
We're learning so much.
I know, we're learning a lot.
I mean, I had no idea there was so many choices of rosé. And,
Right.
And I love all wines. I'm not a snob. I do love all wines, but I will say I love this.
Yeah.
Thank you
This
so
is my
much.
favorite
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
It's
It
delicious.
is.
So
So
the nice warm weather coming up. Too.
Yeah.
I know.
finally
so
hot.
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to the rosé. Get your smack on.
That's
Get your smack on.
get your smack on.
That's a
Make some
good one.
poor
Yeah,
decisions
we're getting our
today.
smack on.
Get your smack on.
And don't forget to like, follow, share, or subscribe to the Ali Callie Artcast at.
AllieCallieArtcast.com.
Yep, I'm Allie.
And I'm Callie. And whatever you do today, make sure it's creative and go have a good glass of rosé. The Allie and Callie Artcast is sponsored in part by Scraps Barbecue, a locally owned catering company, the Ovation Company, getting back to basics of shared learning and human connection, and Pyramid Printing, a Coeur d'Alene favorite for over 2 decades.